days, 60 days, 90 days. In fact, I postulated that I'm hoping by the end of the year of open mainnet, it should take a new pioneer 120 days before he can mint one pie. Yes, 4 calendar days before you can mint one pie. Then you will tell me how much you are going to sell that pie. Let's not forget, it's pretty much democratic. We are less than 70 million. So if we dare reach 500 million, it means that about 430 million came after open mainnet. This is the number that will speak the noise, not.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to watch this video. Watch until the end, and you go understand. Pi network is not your mate. Be very, very careful. Don't rush to exchange until it's verified from Nicholas. All the exchange and all they announce to launch, but you know, see, as Binance just date chill. It's not as Binance can that you know, say a senior man. All those exchange where they talk about Pi, don't listen to them until it's verified from Pi network page, the verified page, Nicholas page, until it's verified there. And don't rush to sell your Pi to exchange that day, because Pi network are going to come out with utility use case where you can spend your Pi. They already built that in. Pi network is not pump and dump coin. It's not exchange coin. The plan from CCA is to do what? To make sure that they bring utility use case where you can spend your Pi. It's not about pump and dump. So all this waiting for CCAs cannot be pump and dump something. God forbid. God forbid bad thing. So, ladies and gentlemen, just hear this thing from my very big man, one of my mentors. Then
They will scale up. They will build gradually. They will get feedbacks from you. Don't get worried about their listing price right now. Where, as I said, A plus B equals C. Scarcity plus access equals value narrative. The value narrative must include access and scarcity. So for the point of emphasis, let's assume MIMFI population are real numbers and they are getting close, I think over 350 million users. Let's assume they are real numbers. And let's assume we can actually create that because, of course, Telegram has close to 1 billion users thereabout. Let's assume we can tank that in the blockchain. It means that the potential ecosystem of the blockchain right now is pretty much 10x, 20x, even up to 40x of the capacity right now. And if A plus B equals C, the value narrative of the currency is a function of access plus scarcity, and scarcity is dependent on access. It means that when access is 20x, 30x, 40x, it's going to impact on the base hash rate. First, the 8 days that it will take us to mint one Pi, we should be expecting 40 days, 60 days, 90 days. In fact, I postulated that I'm hoping by the end of the year of open mainnet, it should take a new pioneer 120 days before he can mint one Pi. Yes, 4 calendar days before you can mint one Pi. Then you will tell me how much you are going to sell that pie. Let's not forget, it's pretty much democratic. We are less than 70 million. So if we dare reach 500 million, it means that about 430 million came after open mainnet. This is the number that will speak the noise, not us. I'm of the view that I'm not in the right technical framework to decide the real value of pie, because I got it cheap, I got it easy. When it's going to take somebody 4 months before he mints one pie, and let's not forget, in the value narrative, the what we call fixed supply is 100 million. 100 million implies that the first 100 million accounts were actually donated or gifted one pie. This is why the day you join, you begin to mine, you start from 1 point something, not 0 point something. When we cross the 100 million user threshold, the fixed supply may be exhausted within the ecosystem. Then the next set of guys will have to hustle for their first pie. We all know that that first pie goes for KYC. So if it takes you 4 months just to pass KYC, what is your value narrative? When you then get the next one pie, how much will you sell it? And the populated more have less pie. And the populated more, from a democratic point of view, are those who will speak the language of the value narrative. This is why I don't think I have what it takes to tell the value of pi. I even feel the IOU is a great distraction, if you ask me. But whatever the case may be, Let's see how things turns out. But to cut the whole story short, it is not in your interest to sell all your pie. Allow the alternative marketplaces to grow. I feel we may achieve maturity more than how Bitcoin achieves maturity. We may achieve maturity in less years than Bitcoin. This is my take. And I told indicated this. I don't believe there is no institutional investor right now that has partnered with the network. I doubt. I don't think all we are seeing in the physical is all that is going to host the blockchain. I doubt. I think there are works behind the scene, partnership behind the scene, that when they come public, the economic implication of that announcement will not even allow you to decide. But what if at that time you have sold all your pie? And it will now take you another 90 days, 80 days, 60 days before you can mint one pie. Of course, the algorithm is built so that it will still be accessible to you, but not as cheap as you got it. Thank you very much, Phil. It's always a pleasure to be in your space. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. My brother, my mentor, Mr. Ben, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, if Mr. Ben is in the mood, oh my God, am I wrong?
No, you're not.
I
We
can't.
can hear you. We can hear you.
Thank you very much,
Yeah,
sorry.
sir.
Yes,
We
thank
can
you.
hear you. We can
Yes,
hear
when
you.
Mr. Ben is in the mood, you don't interrupt him. Allow him. Just allow him. If you listen to him speak, that's why most of the times I like to hear his insight. Because if you listen to him speak, every second, every minute he spends speaking, value is being dished out. So for those that are patient enough, there is something that he's telling you, there is something that he's trying to explain. If you don't get it, I try to tell people that time, go and research about Bitcoin mining, go and research about the proof of work mechanism of mining the Bitcoin. Then you will just oppose it with what is about to happen to Pi Network very soon. Because for you to get one Pi, for you to get one Pi, it may take you months to get one Pi. And when that happens, what do you think will be the price? Yeah? So wonderful things are happening. Yours sincere, like I told you from the beginning of this space, I have locked up my Pi till 2028. You think I'm a fool? I am not a fool. I am not swayed by instant gratification. Many of you that are listening to me back then, I will tell you that I've already made plans for 2028. So my Pi is in my wallet locked up for 20. Every Pi that I got from the first distribution, all of them has been locked up. I am waiting for the second distribution. I will lock it up. I will know how to earn Pi passively, because very soon things will start happening. I made a tweet yesterday and I was explaining that I was saying, what does Storm blockchain, Ice blockchain, and Pi network have in common? Many of you couldn't get it. Now let me explain. The Pi network has the Pi browser. You don't even know what is the Pi browser. You don't know the power of the Pi browser. You haven't even researched about the Pi browser. It is very, very powerful. The Storm blockchain has Telegram. Telegram is very powerful, whether you want to admit it or not. Then the Ice blockchain has the mainnet app. These three things have something in common. Are you positioned? No, you are looking for instant gratification. What you are going to get now, don't worry, the future will determine. I want to recognize the presence of my brother Lord Dre and also Zemansky. I was on their space earlier on, but network was not allowing me. I never knew that they were going to host the space this morning, so I hopped in to host support for my brother, but then the network was not okay. I'm happy that they are here. I can also see Soundrick. Soundrick, you are welcome. ABC, my brother. Big E, legendary KC, Mr. Bash, Mr. Beavers, and my two co-hosts. I welcome you all. Please, before I pass the mic to you, please, guys, you know that in my spaces, I always create special SBTs. Please, can you hear me?